This is so weird. Okay, it says I'm live. I hope I'm live. Okay, I'm trying a different room. Oh, I didn't bring my stand. Okay, hang on, gotta go back for my stand. If I don't have my stand, I can't view the cards. Give me a minute. I'll go back in my stand. Alrighty, I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna just set some things up here. So that I can see the cards and you can see the cards. Oh no, I dropped something. Okay. Teaching us patience, huh? Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. Right. Let's grab the stand so that we can see the cards. Mind my pajamas, excuse my pajama pants. There we go. And there's some cards. Okay. Thank you for the patience. And obviously, anybody who... Today's session is only for people who are really dedicated. Okay, I'm going to have to get your... Aha! Ha 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 ha. Okay, now why am I seeing it on... Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let's draw... Okay. Can anybody hear the sound? Oh, Holly, thank you. Okay. I might have two audios. PJ days are the best. Why can't I access my chat? Will there be a list? Yay! Thank you, Simply Sally. You can hear me. Righty-ho. Let me go to the top. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. And sorry about the weird setup, but it is what it is. Okay. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for Chrissy because Chrissy has been very helpful here. Peace. Look at that. You're the peacemaker. Oh, peace and calmness. Nice. Moon law. I actually read that as moon love. Sleep. Rest and look after yourself. Your challenges will reap rewards. Courage. You have all the courage you need for whatever you face. Wow. Alrighty. I will try and see messages in the chat, but if I miss you, I'm sorry. Okay. Laurie. Beautiful evening in Philadelphia. Oh, nice. Hello, Morally from California. Yeah, Spirit is holding me back. I don't think Spirit is holding me back. I think Spirit is teaching us all patience. Also, sometimes in these sessions, I get a little bit overwhelmed. A lot of people come in and then, you know, they just say, read for this and read for that. And that kind of in-your-face energy can be a little daunting for somebody who's so open. And so sometimes I think it's, there you go, be gentle and take care of yourself. I think it's Spirit weeding out those who are not patient enough to be here. Okay. Vicky, hello, how are you, Vicky 8867? I would like to hear from my brother Larry. He died from pancreatic cancer. Oh, sorry to hear that, Vicky. Let's see, Larry. Yeah, your path is to be here after he had passed. Oh, look at that. Look beyond what you see. And that's really a card of he is with you, and look for the signs. And then on the bottom of the deck, companionship. Look at that. You are not alone. Trust the messages, the intuition. You feel intuitively. And look at this as well. connection. We're all connected. You're part of his soul family and he is part of yours. That will never ever change. Wow. And I do just get from him that he wants me to pull an animal card for you. So I think I figured out what's been happening with my interrupting my lives. I think it is my phone is not connecting well in the other room that I normally use. So I don't know why that is. Okay. Larry. And this here is, the companionship is that he's your companion now from the other side, but he knows how much you love him and uphold him. Oh, it's beautiful. Time to heal. Look after yourself. Alrighty, let's go. Hello, Ware. Thank you for being so kind and encouraging to me. Hello, Kat. Susan Crook. Hello, hello. Yeah, Vicky, I've had these similar problems before. I thought I had resolved them all, but apparently not. So, is M. Virgo upset with me still at all? Kat, I can't. I can, but I won't read on the energy of other people without their permission. That kind of relationship question. It's important for you to have communication in the real world with them. Do something nice and kind for them. And I'll pull one card for you, not necessarily about this situation, Kat. Overcome any obstacle. Yeah, it's a human relationship. It's important for you to work things out, and look at that. Tend to the small things. So you do you. You be kind. You be generous. You be loving. And things will play out and work out the way they are supposed to be. Hilary Ware. Oh, I'm so sorry. My lovely mum passed suddenly on 14/8/26. I didn't get to say goodbye. If possible, could you ask her if she met up with Dad? Okay, I'm bereft. Her name is Sylvia. Oh, I'm so sorry. And look there. Let it shine. You are the apple of her eye. And this is also about your love. She knows how much you love. And look at this. Look at the love shining out of the heart. Like that. She knows exactly how much you love her. That you're saying you didn't get to say goodbye. You have said goodbye. And it's actually not goodbye. It's just till we meet again. And you can say it now, Mom. I'm so sorry I didn't get to see you in the physical before you passed. She knows your heart, and she didn't need you to actually say it. And it's our human emotion, but she is still there with you, and nothing will ever diminish your love for her. But I'm also getting that nothing will ever diminish your parents' love. And look at this next card. Transformation is beautiful. She says, I've never actually seen this card in this deck, and look at all those butterflies. These butterflies are it's the ancestors and the descendants. It's the family line, and how everybody is always part of that soul tribe. And yes, absolutely, not only did your dad meet her, there were lots and lots and lots of other people, friends, family members. And she's saying that grieving is just a natural part of the process, and it's because you loved her so much, or you still love her so much, that you feel her loss so deeply. And look at this. You are never alone. And look at that. There's the two otters forming one heart. That's your mum and your dad. She is, although she's sad to not be on earth anymore, she is absolutely content and so smitten and happy to be with your dad. Oh, look at this. Trust in divine detours. It was a very difficult and unexpected thing for you, but things played out the way they needed to. And I shuffled these ones, and look what came up again. Connection. We're all connected. And look at that. She's a free spirit now. Oh, in a way, she's had a rebirth. Compassion. Have compassion for yourself. She doesn't judge you. She's not concerned. The only reason why she is slightly unhappy that you weren't there in the end was because she knows the anguish that it's brought you. I'll set up my cards. Some of them have turned upside down when they shouldn't be. And I'm just going to give you... And come back, hello, and come back for another reading some other time. Now, you might hear that some people don't read for people who have passed until a certain amount of time has passed. I don't have that issue, because if your mum couldn't come through for whatever reason, sometimes they need to rest a little bit on the other side, her guides and angels would come through for her. But I'm getting very strongly that it's her today coming through. And look at that. You still have an important purpose here. Your life's purpose. Manifest your dreams. She wants you to have... The best way you can honor her is by having the best life possible. And have patience. Oh, look at that. Through the darkness there is light. And look, doesn't that remind you of the tunnel everybody talks about that has a near-death experience? That was her time. It was her time to go. Through the darkness into the light. She's in a better place. She's in a place of love and light. And just remember this card. If you can take a screenshot of that. I don't know if you can. You are never alone. And you asked if she was with your dad. Oh, Hilary, I'm so sorry. That news. It's very difficult. And give yourself patience and allow yourself to move through the stages of grieving. And it is a bit easier knowing that she's with your dad, but her love for you will never dim, and she knows yours won't ever dim either. It is difficult, but have patience with yourself and understand that grieving is a process. And you know, mums are so special. Mine is 88, and oof, I told her the other day that she's not allowed to leave us anytime soon. I told her I still need her. Okay. Carolyn Clark, hello, how are you? Now remember, when you ask questions about your loved ones, it's not essential, but if you can give me their names and possibly their date of passing, it helps me to connect more strongly. Okay? And so don't worry about doing it now if you haven't done it already. But, and this one, I don't know, for some reason, Carolyn, hadn't been turned the right way around, so that was one that needed to come up for you. And so the message is, take care of yourself. Go with the flow. This is to do with finding your path and living with the kind of ease and grace. You'll know when things are right, when it gives you peace, when it's not a constant struggle. Sometimes we do have to struggle to overcome obstacles, but then there should also be a place of, even in difficult things, it working well. And look at that, connect with nature. Okay, so they're a little concerned that you might not be taking good care of yourself, or as good a care as you should. Connect with nature. And one thing that I saw a study the other day where they said, even if you can't get out into nature, watching a 5-minute nature video every day actually changes your brain chemistry and kicks you out of that stress, fight and flight and freeze brain chemistry that so many of us are in, and puts you more into the flow state. And look at that. Take courage, because we are always with you. And isn't this beautiful? Look down the bottom here. The three hairs. It's like mum, dad, you form part of a whole. Wow. And look at that. They're saying, we're free, we're free, we're flying free. Yeah, wow, what a beautiful message. Okay. I just get a very gentle feeling from them. Okay, Lori Mang Laurie. Laurie Mangosina. Garacina. Sorry, Laurie, I probably butchered that. You are going through a difficult time and you're looking for some insight. Oh, and look, again, I don't know why that one didn't get turned over. Self-love. It's important to look after yourself. And now this kind of a question I can answer ethically because you're not asking me about the person you're having a difficult time with. You're asking your angels and guides and ancestors to give you some insight to help restore a relationship. Okay, so the first thing, the most important thing, is self-love. If you are not treating yourself well and looking after yourself, it's very difficult to be in good relationship with other people. And also sometimes we don't treat ourselves very well, and then it's difficult for us to expect others to treat us well. So I have this issue with my mum. If she forgets something, she'll say, "Oh, you're so stupid." She'll say that to herself. So just check what you are saying to yourself and what you're saying about this challenging time. And there's going to be frustration and there's going to be hurt and there's going to be pain. Allow yourself to feel that and then see how all these spirits are flying free. Feel it, acknowledge it, say it's difficult, and breathe through it. Kind of don't get stuck in the emotion of it. Again, see if there's anything in the physical that you can do to be kind or gentle with them. Sometimes you can't. It depends on the person. But your guides and ancestors are also saying, call on us at any time. And so at any time, and especially before you see the person, or maybe you're going to have contact with them, or any time during the day, just say, please show me what I can do to ease this relationship. Oh, protection, nurturing. Again, self-love and nurturing. Okay, it's very important to look after yourself and nurture yourself. Look, there's Mama Bear. So you are well protected, but think about if this other person was a tiny little baby who didn't know any better, how would you interact with them? And you can pray for insight. Even if you could ask your ancestors and look at that. Ask for insight, enlightenment, and it will come. And look, dance, let your body move. So this is about getting unstuck, feeling free. And sometimes we have to just do what we can, might be small little things, sending them a text to say hello or a birthday card or something like that, and then leave it, let it go. Focus on your own life. Do what you can, but remember that you can't. Oh, and look at that. Letting go. Emotional release. Isn't that what I said? Allow yourself to feel it, acknowledge it, and then say, I'm not going to let this run my life. Let it go. Wisdom. Just ask for wisdom and your ancestors will guide you. And look at that. Creativity. Seize the day. Do something creative for yourself, but also you might need to find creative ways to connect. And on the bottom of the deck, love. And again it says free. Be free from all that holds you back. So you do your part and then ask your angels and ancestors to intercede with the other person's angels and ancestors. And sometimes, if they're intuitive enough, they will pick up those signals. Sometimes they won't, but you do your part. And if they're not going to do their part, sometimes there's not much more we can do. But it's very important to look after yourself. And don't make the rift mean anything about yourself and your mind. So because there's a difficult time happening, that doesn't mean anything about you. Doesn't mean you're not lovable. Doesn't mean you're not incredible. The fact that you're here and asking about it means that you are a loving person. So I hope that all goes well for you, Laurie. Let me see. Simply Sally from the cloudy east coast of Australia. That's a pretty big coast, Sally. I'm in Anstead, which is between Brisbane and Ipswich, near Kinmore. And last weekend I was at Stradbroke Island with my husband. Okay. Morally. Oh no. Sorry, I don't have my my mouse. Morally, love your content, especially your auto writing. Oh, thank you for saying that, Morally. I've had a little bit of pushback, including from a couple of other YouTubers who have said some unkind things about my content. I won't go into details because then you might be able to recognize who they are. I just pray and send them love and light. I don't interfere with them or what their content is. And in fact, one of them I greatly admire and admire her content, so it's a little bit hurtful. They don't have to understand what I do and how I do what I do. And sometimes people say, oh yeah, you're always connecting with Princess Diana. She's connecting because this community is interested. They want to know. She feels your love. And it's not disturbing her. It's not disturbing her peace. She's perfectly peaceful. And one of the reasons why she connects so much is, I've meditated on this and asked her about this. It's so that you all can understand and know that the afterlife is real. She doesn't really. She's not that fussed about what's going on in our lives. I mean, in the lives of the royal family. It's not holding her back. It's not something she obsesses about. But she comes in and brings in the messages so that we can all know that we're not alone. We're not only human. We have a soul, and those of us with passed over loved ones, we will be with them again. So that's one of the reasons why we do it. Simply Sally, I wasn't intending to do anything when I was walking around with my phone. Sorry if you saw the mess in my house. Amy Redfeather, oh, I'm so sorry. Send my condolences to you, my lovely. My mum Helen passed 7/7/26. Is she happy? Huh. As a mother, her first instinct is to say, take courage. Look after yourself. Release your potential. She's still being your mum on the other side. I love this. Moon Lord. This is about, she might come to you in your dreams. You might see these images of moons. She might come to show you her in a moon, or it might be the rabbits, or it might be both. She just wants you to understand that this is part of the ebb and flow of life. And look at this lady, how she's resting peacefully with her hands under her head like that. More than happy. She's at complete and utter peace. Oh, look at that. That's the card of passing, but it's a very hopeful card. And that, again, that's the tunnel that people say they see, and the light at the end of the tunnel. She says, I'm in a better place, and look at that enlightenment. She's in a place where she knows about the secrets of the universe. And this card says dance, move your body. I'm not sure if she had any motion restrictions, but she's basically saying, look at that. Look how she's dancing in the afterlife, and she's flying free like the bird. She's finding, it's not only peace, wisdom, letting go. She's let go of what's bound her to the stresses and difficulties of life. But you will always be part of her, and she will always be part of you. And look at that. Look at that. She's at complete and utter peace. Yeah, so it's not so much, these cards are not so much, exuberant joy and all of that. It's more, she's resting. She's, she's just at rest. She's at peace. And look at that. It's a new beginning for her. New beginning for her. Let me just pull one of these. That one jumped out. See the big picture giraffe card? It's all about having a different perspective. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that she's really enjoying learning about the universe and things that she didn't know before. And my eyes caught on that bird over there, and look what's come as at the bottom of the pack. It's a dove, and what does it say? Be peace. She is peace. And when you have a tough time, you can always call on her and she will bring peace. Wow. Yeah. Absolute peace is the message I'm getting from here. Oh, Amy Redfeather, I'm so sorry about your loss. Yeah. My mother-in-law is not well at the moment, and we're all just bracing ourselves. Susan Crook, can I please have a general reading? Absolutely you can. Let's see, calling in Susan Crook's angels, guides, spirit guides, ancestors, spirit animals. Message for Susan. Otter Spirit, you are never alone. Wow. And that's a pure love, that card. And this spider web, it talks about make your dreams real, but for me the spider web is also how we are all interconnected. So what you do in your life resonates or affects other people, so that when we do something that's loving and kind, even if it's telling the checkout lady at the shops that her hair looks nice, that ripples out and makes the world a brighter place. And look at that. Let it shine. Let it shine. Look, don't be afraid to love. And your love does shine. Wow. Love your body. And self-love. So that's about looking after yourself. Taking care of yourself. And giving yourself a chance to rest and recuperate. Oh. And on the bottom of the deck was a hope card. Out of darkness comes light. So when you go through difficult times, that's especially important to look after yourself, and difficult times are just for a season. Okay. Hello, Debbie and Cindy Kaufman. Chrissy says, oh, thank you. Oh, my pleasure. Good morning, Vicky McCullough. I can hear music. I don't know if my mum's listening to music in the other room. Carol Walmsley, hello, love from the UK. Oh, hello, Carol. Oh, good to know that you've got picture and sound. Thank you, Chrissy. Yes, if you put a heart in front of the message. Oh, yeah, Magnet to Love. I think I'm going to try a different way of connecting in the future. I used to do it through some other software that used to be really reliable, this Prism software. But, yeah, not working. Chrissy, now my internet is sticky. Yeah, sometimes we have to push through. Billy Girl, hello, hello. Could you please connect with my grandmother, Shirl, who passed away about 14 years ago? Shirl. 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 Freedom is yours. It's the horse spirit. And we're in the year of the fire horse, I believe. She's free where she is. Surrender now. Don't try to control everything. And look at that. Transformation is beautiful. Yeah, she's watching over you. So can you guys hear something? I can hear like a radio. It's just distracting me. Look at that. The hummingbird. Be here now. She might come to you as the image of the hummingbird. And look at this. Bring your ideas to life. Oh, go create with spirit. She's with you, guiding you. Miracles are endless. She's making your life easier. She's smoothing the way for you. Oh, believe in yourself. Isn't that just such grandmotherly energy? And look at that. Be peace. So she brings peace. And when you're feeling frustrated or upset, just breathe in and say, oh, Grandma Shirl, or whatever you called her, thank you for being with me. Help me know that peace. Use your mind wisely. Don't let negative thoughts or other people's words frustrate or hold you back. Oh, dream the world into being. Trust in divine detours. Nothing is wasted. This is all about her encouraging you. Yeah, she's definitely one of your guides. Hope. Out of darkness comes light. Oh. Be calm and quiet. She's always with you. Trust that all is as it should be. So it's so important in our lives to do what we can and then trust that things will work out. And there's people talk about manifesting, and yes, it's important to have, affirmations can work for you, but it's no point in having an affirmation if you don't believe it. So if I said I have $10 million in the bank every day as my affirmation, my brain's going to go, you're a liar. So the manifestation thing is, yes, think about and meditate on successes that you're hoping to have in your life, or relationships you're hoping to have mended. Think about those, but then we also need to take action on our side. It's not going to just happen because you wrote it down on a piece of paper. And look at this. There's a little bunny rabbit there. I don't know if you can see. Very tired, just relaxing, and the swan is actually carrying. And I get the very much the strong impression that when you're exhausted and things are difficult, she actually literally carries you. And this is this is her cuddling up with you. She's always with you. Beautiful. Okay. Spirit's saying, hurry up. Okay. Magnet to love. General reading. Absolutely. Oh, general career reading. Ah. That's different from a general reading, isn't it? Whoa. That one jumped out. Badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. Okay. Think on your feet. Oh, nice. Now is a lucky time. Clear out the clutter. And this one, it could be renewing the way that you're thinking about your career or your next step. And look at that. Be open to infinite possibilities. So there might be some career opportunities, possibilities that you hadn't thought of. So there might be some unusual career progression. And look at that. Take the lead. And it's time for a deep dive. Trust the magic. Tend to the small things. So again, this is very much about you do what you can do, and then trust your guides and angels to help you. And look at that. You can overcome any obstacle, and you're not alone. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. So you might be getting some rejections, but that will help you be wiser. And sometimes knowing what we don't want is just as important as knowing what we do want. And look at that. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So when you've had different experiences, be wise as to what your next steps are. And look at that. Sweet results await. Co-create with spirit. And miracles are endless. Again, it kind of speaks for themselves, doesn't it? Do your part. ask for help and guidance, follow your intuition. And for me, people say, how do we hear from our guides, our spirits, our angels? And there can be a lot of different ways. So I do auto writing. Not everybody does that. I just have an idea that just comes, and it's not, people talk about a download or whatever. It's I don't know what it is. I just have there's nothing, and then suddenly, oh, I should take a drive to the lake or something like that, and I try to follow that whenever that kind of just a fully formed idea comes into my mind. But I also get a lot of messages from billboards. Funny, huh? I'll be asking a question, and then suddenly the message will come. And so last week, I was listening to a meditation on YouTube, and they said, ask your angels to give you a symbol of a white feather, and then you'll know that they're with you. Now, I always thought the white feather thing was a bit silly. So I'm like, oh, and give them a time limit. So I said to them, okay, by Friday, please send me 3 white feathers. And nothing. Friday morning, I was sitting waiting at the bus stop, and I'm like, hey, angels, I asked you for a white feather symbol by Friday, and I haven't got one. So put on my headphones, and I'm listening to another meditation, and not a word of a lie. The meditation is about angels, and the lady says, now imagine that your angel is there, and they've got a white feather, and they're handing it to you, and you need to take the white feather and put it in your pocket so that you will always have this white feather with you. It's a imaginary feather, so it'll always be with you no matter where you go, what guidance you need, so that you know your angel is always with you. I'm like, okay, there's a white feather. And then later in the day, I came to write in a brand new journal that I have. It was given to me last weekend when I went to Stradbroke Island. We went to a writing group, and the lady in charge gave us these beautiful journals. And on the cover of the journal is a tree. But the leaves of the tree, and that's white on purple background, the leaves of the tree are feathers. And I counted them. There were 18 white feathers on the book of this brand new journal that somebody gave me before I even knew I was going to ask for feathers as a white feathers as a symbol. So because I'd asked the previous week for me to get the symbol within the following Friday. So, and then just a thought came into my head. How many white feathers do you need? So I think the point of the story is sometimes we're looking for something different. So I was looking for actual physical white feathers, Believe in yourself. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Good morning. I'm going to say this name wrong. Your second name's Ainsley. Sorry. Magreed. Tammy from Minneapolis. Hello. Thank you, Chrissy. Yes, if people put a rainbow in front of their question, it helps me see it. Vicky, thank you. I miss him a lot. Oh, thanks, Vicky. I'm sorry. Oh, Cat, he's deceased. Sorry, I'd don't know. I'd have to go back. I think you were asking if they were upset with you or something. When people pass over, they don't retain any upset or frustration or those emotions are human emotions. It's yeah. If you come back next week, you can ask again, Kat. Put that in and try and put the person's name because I connect very well to names. But hopefully my reading gave you what you needed. But they don't hold on to upset, anger, that kind of thing. Not at all. Okay. Evelyn, cards are beautiful. Thank you. Ruth, hello from Ireland. One of my very good friends is Irish. Miss Diana, Susan says, I missed Diana this morning. Yep. On Saturdays, I don't tend to do auto writings. I tend to do these live readings instead. So, and I know the previous one I did, I think it was a couple of days ago. Ruth Canlon, hello, how are you? My mum will be 20 years gone this 6 October. Oh, sorry. We miss her. Hope she is proud of all her grandchildren, especially those she didn't meet. Immediately, I'm getting a sensation of she has met them. She might not have met them while she was in this earth. She has met them. Look at that. She wants to assure you that she is at peace. Let's see. Specifically, Ruth's mum. Ruth's mum. Ruth's mum. Wow. Slow and steady wins the race. And I'm getting very much the impression of every person has their own skills and gifts and abilities, and she is proud of every single one of them. And look at this. Now is the lucky time. Now is the lucky time. That's very much of her watching over everybody. Time to collaborate. She's very proud, especially when the family comes together. Together with each other, but also together with others. And look at those ants. She sees how hard everybody works and how much everybody tries to do the right thing. Clear out the clutter. Okay, what does that mean? Clear out the clutter. Oh, I'm getting almost. Don't doubt that she's there. Don't let it. The story that she didn't get to meet some of those grandchildren is just a story, and you know what? She sees each of them shine. Hold your head up high. She's tending to their souls almost. She can see how each and every one of you shine. Wow. Authenticity. This is very much about each person following their path, doing what they were meant to be doing in this lifetime. And look at that. Hope. The younger generation gives her hope for it's kind of, you're all spiritually connected and you're all part of each other, and yeah, she sees how brightly each one shines. And being a bright person or a success doesn't mean, being a famous Hollywood actress or something like that. Each person in their own quiet way, being loving and kind and doing things for other people. Oh, message directly from you for you. Take care, be gentle with yourself, and look at that. Each person, each grandchildren following their own purpose and passion. And look at that card underneath, life's purpose. And our purpose sometimes changes, or our understanding of our purpose changes. A lot of us go, oh, but why am I here? What's my purpose? And I think teachers have a lot to answer for, because they kind of taught us there's one goal and one purpose. But imagine if your GPS took you to the wrong place one time and you said, oh, that's it, I'm never ever going to follow the GPS again. No, you just recalculate. And so they're all on the right path. And look at that. Serenity. Be calm. Don't worry about them. They're all going to be good. And look, there she is, watching over them. Healing transformation. Let go and be. Well, wildness and freedom. Let go and be. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's proud of each and every one of them. Wow. What a lovely family dynamic. And, you know, they will have struggles from time to time, as we all do. But they are a legacy that she can be proud of. Carol Walmsley, hello. My cat keeps bringing me butterflies. Is it a symbol from spirit? I think I meant a sign. Sign, symbol, doesn't matter what we call it. Oh, just before I pull cards on that, Magnet to Love says, I missed it to never know exactly when she's on. If you're talking about my lives, to know when my lives are going to be, I tend to schedule the next one when the current one is finished. Generally, on a Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. 9:30 a.m. Brisbane time. Most Saturdays. Okay. What were we doing? Reading about butterflies. Learn from the past. Okay. Come on. Spirit. We want to know about the butterflies. Tell us about the butterflies. Are the butterflies a message? Are the butterflies? And that's very weird for a cat to bring in butterflies. This one talks about be here and now. Be here and now. That's interesting. Hummingbird is often seen as a message from spirit, so I'm leaning towards yes. Let's see what else the cards bring. Go onto the other deck for a moment, and then I'll come back to it. Is this a message? Love. Whew. Not only is it a message, but it's a message for you to love yourself and be free from all that holds you back. It says, and this one's sanctuary, connect to your inner strength. This again is about seeing yourself as Spirit sees you, as your angels see you. Nurture yourself, connect to your inner strength. And it's almost also about, don't be held back by what other people think of you. And for me, just this week, I've become aware of, I have a tendency to over-explain things. And I heard a lady on YouTube saying, sometimes that can come from insecurity and fearing rejection. So this is just me over explaining things, which I know I have a tendency to do. So when I had an email from my boss and I was going to over explain what had happened, I thought, oh no, don't over explain. Oh my word, there you go. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. And so this one's talking about restoring your balance, transformation. Be free from what holds you back, and absolutely the butterfly is the message. Spirit has a plan. Oh my word! And look at this one: reclaim your power. Yeah, so it's a message of encouragement, and trusting yourself and trusting your soul. If something really does not feel right to you, there's a reason. But there you go. Transformation is beautiful. I don't know if you're going through some kind of transformation in your life or what it is, but we are continually evolving. So, Sci-Fi Gal Laura, how are you? Live, can I find you? Thank you. Wonderful, been following for 6 years. I think I've only been doing it for 2 years. Maybe it just feels like forever. Thank you, Sci-Fi Gal. Okay, let's see. I don't know, you might have a question later on, so I don't want to preempt anything there, Sci-Fi Gal, but bring your ideas to life. If you're working on a project, time to collaborate. Slow and steady wins the race. Wow. Be here now. This is the time. This is the time to follow your dreams. See the big picture. Oh, reclaim your power. Sometimes life stings, but even if you've had rejection, surrender that story, let it go, and remember you are never alone, and be open to infinite possibilities. And look at that. Sing your own song, lay a solid foundation, and let it shine. Wow. Okay. Sci-Fi Gal, I don't know what you're up to, but there's something very interesting brewing, and they're encouraging you to keep going. Follow your passions. Okay. Let's see. Sci-Fi Gal, may I ask about my mum and dad? I will certainly go back and listen to that message, because that message, I believe, was directly from your mum and dad. I'm just looking for my charger so that we don't run out of power. Let me just plug in. I'm not sure if I should plug in my phone or my... Okay, plugged in my phone. So, that was your parents saying, get going. And again, sometimes life stings. Sing your own song, let it shine. This is definitely the message from your parents. Take back your power. Tend to the small things. Look at that. Let spirit be your guide. And this one here, be playful, have fun. Trust in the great mystery. Be loyal to what you love. Now these last three cards, sometimes different spirits can use the same cards to talk to different people. I believe these last three cards were for you, but they're also for me. This sandpiper reminds me of my dad. Last weekend, we went to Stradbroke Island. The previous weekend, we'd gone somewhere where I'd seen dolphins before, just once. And I said, Dad, I'm really missing you. I'd like to get some messages from you. I don't really hear from you. If you could bring those dolphins back, that would be... I would know it's you. And we had lunch right by the ocean, and the dolphins didn't come, and I just thought, oh, well, okay, that's obviously not meant to be. We went to Stradbroke Island last weekend, and there was a bird that reminded me of my dad, not this one, a wagtail. So I always know when there's a wagtail, that's my dad. Interesting that he's using a different bird now to connect with me. And then my husband and I saw a pod of whales. There were, I think, about 8 whales, including a mommy and a baby. And they just played and played and played and played. I mean, it was easily in my top 10 life experiences ever. And Dad's wagtail was there. And I just got the impression in my mind of, you only wanted dolphins. I brought you something better. I brought you whales. So basically I was thinking too small. And look at that. Be loyal to what you love. This... For me, this is meaning I might not send you as many overt signals and symbols as other spirits do, but I'm loyal to you because I love you. Oh, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Whew. Okay. 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 Evelyn, I saw a hummingbird on my patio. Is it my mom? I didn't beside her when she passed. I feel very guilty. Okay. Trust in divine detours. Okay. She knows that you were not able to be there. And do not feel guilty. Absolutely do not feel guilty. That was not... There's nothing to feel guilty about. She passed and others were waiting for her when she passed. Believe in yourself. She believes if you could have been there, you would have been there. So she's not unhappy with you. She's not mad at you. Oh, she wants you to see clearly now. She wants you to see clearly that as she sees you, as difficult as it is for us to handle that kind of thing and to deal with that kind of thing, she knows you would have been there. And look at that. The abundant universe will provide. She knows that this is about the abundance of your love for her. And look at that. There is always enough. Your love for her and all the things that you've done with her and for her during her lifetime was more than enough to make up for that one moment when you couldn't be there. And oh, Spirit, she's free now. Spirit has your back. She's watching over you. The best way to honor her is to live a good life and not to feel guilty over something that is just one moment in time. And it's not, I'm getting very much remember how I lived, don't focus on how I lived and not how I died. I'm getting very much, she knows that you're going to be a good, what would you call it, a good steward of her legacy. What else? When you hear me saying that, that's often when the cards are kind of jumping out. Clear out the clutter. Don't let that guilt block you or stop you from living a good life or hold you back. Look at that otter spirit. You are never alone. She's always with you. She's always with you. Interesting. Firstly, this is she didn't pass alone. And secondly, although you were not there physically, part of your soul, your higher self, your higher being was there with her. You know how sometimes you can hear somebody says, I was with you in spirit. I'm not able to be there today, but I'm with you in spirit. You were with her. Part of you that that loves her so much, the part of you that feels guilty for not being there. The fact that you feel guilty tells me how much you absolutely love and adore her. And isn't that interesting? I've never got that before. But it's very much a message of part of you was with her. Isn't that interesting? Wow. I've never got that kind of a message before. You are never alone. And she was not alone. So she had others help her cross over. But part of you was with her and will always be with her. Because it's almost like you're two sides of the same coin. Wow. Okay. Yep, there she is, the hummingbird. Dove spirit. She's at complete peace. There's a whole bunch of them fell over at the same time. time for a deep dive. And the deep dive is, she knows how deep your love is. That one moment in time does not define your relationship with her. And she wants you to have a good life. Be playful. And look at that. The miracles are endless. Yes. She felt your love at the end of her life. You did not have to physically be there. Wow. That is. So the hummingbird is definitely your mum, and watch out for more hummingbird symbols, because she will continue to come to you as hummingbirds. Not necessarily even the physical hummingbird. I mean, that's special enough as it is. But as I say, I sometimes get messages on billboards, because I'm in the bus, an hour and a half a day. You might just see a hummingbird on a TV program, or on a greeting card, or you walk past a bookstore and there's a book with a hummingbird on the cover. That is her. And people want to know, what does it mean? What does the symbol mean? Mostly the symbols just mean, I love you. I always have, and I always will. And I always will be there with you. Be fearless and bold. Trust the great mystery. Yeah. Okay. Hilary Ware. Thank you so much. My parents absolutely adored each other. A true love story. Oh, thank you, Hilary. And you see, when I'm reading, I don't know this about your parents. They had a fractious relationship, or, in this world been, I wouldn't say at each other's throats, but you know what I mean. But I have to just trust the cards. McGreed Ainsley. Any insights from spirits regarding any obstacles around selling my cottage would be appreciated. Thank you. Okay. McGreed. I hope I'm saying that right. Time to heal. This is about not having a preconceived idea about how it's going to be sold. Nothing is wasted. So, and tend to the small things. I'm getting very much here about, let people know that you're selling the cottage, because the purchaser might come from an unusual source, and the more you let people know. So sometimes, if we're selling something, we don't really let people know. We don't tell friends, we don't tell family, we don't tell co-workers, whatever it is. Be open about it, and the right person will come along. And look at that. Use your mind wisely. I'm almost getting, you already know if there's something that needs to be done, staged differently, marketed differently. See the big picture. Sometimes life stings. So it might be a tricky journey, but trust the magic. Lay a solid foundation. Yeah, so again, do what you can, and look at that. Think on your feet, and let spirit be your guide. So I would just pray. I mean, if you're not a God kind of person, if you're an angel person, pray to your angels. You can pray to God. You can pray to the universe. You can pray to spirits, your guides, your spirit animals, and just before you get up in the morning, just say, if you have any advice for me on how I can get the sale done, let me know. Bring it to me. The other thing I'm seeing there in the language that you're using, you're talking about obstacles. So I would be, look at that. Time to let go of that word obstacles and make the dream real, because rebirth is assured. So I would be rather asking for insight. What you've got to turn around, make it more positive. What can I do to smooth the way? What can I do to make the cottage a must-have property for the right purchaser? Wouldn't it be amazing if the cottage sold in the perfect timing for the perfect price? You're never alone. Watch and wait. Miracles are endless. The abundant universe will provide. You might even get more for it than you're asking. You can see clearly now. And again, it might be a case of looking for ideas online. I don't know, just online groups. There might be somebody in an online group that you belong to that might be interested. Just something slightly unusual. Remember the giraffe with the different perspective. And there's the hummingbird back again. Be here now. So enjoy the cottage, love it. Every time you go in and out, go, oh, I love you so much. But your next new owner is getting ready to love you and enjoy you as much as I do. Something like that. Just sending the positive side of the energy. So we don't want to talk about obstacles. We know, obviously, that there can be obstacles, but instead, Spirit, open me up today to see what else I can do to move this cottage towards the perfect sale at the perfect time for the perfect price. Because properties do have an energy about them. So yeah, it's a funny thing to say, but if you treat it with love, and I would even say to it, oh, I'm sorry that I'm going to have to pass you on to your new family, but I'm doing that out of love. It just, yeah, it sounds silly, but that's my advice. Hello. Oh, now I can't see who this message is from. Irene Del Rio, how are you? My friend, you have been part of this channel for a very long time. Yeah. How are my family doing? Well, some of us are fine and some of us are unwell, so that's a bit tricky. Okay. Sorry, Mom. It wasn't working down in my place. I've invaded my mother's lounge. Okay. Do you need something else? What you looking for? I think you took them to your room last night. Oh no, didn't you put them in the tray?
I only put this one.
They were both together on this side where I was standing by your sink, Mum?
I don't know if I took it into the big one.
You may have, because you took them both. You didn't. Why don't you switch the light on?
I can use this one because.
Yeah, but feel free to switch on the light.
Oh.
Yeah, if they might help you see better.
I didn't want the
It's fine. Oh, that'll be nice. Thank you. No. And the other one, put them all on. Put them all on. No, leave that one on.
Switches don't work sometimes.
I think I actually need a light behind me. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Maybe you took them to your room. Thanks, Mum. Okay, Irene Del Rio. I love you all, but obviously I love my mum a lot more. So sorry about that. Do you have a message from my mother or sister or any of my loved ones who are departed? Ah, see the big picture, Irene. Let's see. Parrot, spirit, watch your words. And again, it's about how we talk to each other and to ourselves. And as I said before about the question about are there any obstacles to me selling the cottage? It's a word pattern that's not as positive as it could be. So watch particularly how you speak to yourself and how you speak about your life. Ooh, think on your feet. Trust in the magic. Be playful and have fun. This and that are true. More than one thing can be true at the same time. So, for example, I've been struggling a little bit with overwhelm in certain areas of my life. I can be a capable, successful, professional person and still have money troubles because we have a lot of medical expenses. I can be very successful in helping other people in my job and still struggle when we have difficulties in our family situation. So, wisdom. They're going to bring you wisdom. Remember how wise you are. Look at that. Passion. Follow your passion. Do the things that enjoy, but not only enjoy, that bring you peace, that bring you calmness, that bring you a sense of satisfaction. And look at that. I said calm. Be calm. Serenity. Yeah. Magnet to love. My whole childhood, my dad would watch nature videos. It was relaxing, but it bored me as a child. And it's so weird. I heard a video, I can't even remember who was on the video, but it said something about it's important to let your mind be still, like a little bit bored, because it allows another part of your mind to activate. So our thinking brain is always on, trying to work out things. Where should I go? What should I do? When should I sell the house? Where should I send my kids to school? Should I apply for a new job? All of these things happen all the time. And then our intuitive side gets kind of damped down, our intuitive and creative side. So if you can allow yourself to be a little bit bored, that thinking analytical brain to be a little bit bored, that's why we go and lie on a beach on a holiday traditionally. Then your creative and intuitive side can ramp up and increase. Interesting. It's Simply Sally. Thank you for the insight regarding watching nature videos. Very helpful to know. Yes, I had not heard of that. Lucy, hello. Praying you are well. I am well, Lucy. I've got a couple of family members who are very unwell, but I am well. I pray that my son's job goes well, as he is so stressed and under pressure at the moment. Okay, so being stressed and under pressure, watch and wait. You are never alone. This and that can be true. So two things can be true at the same time. He can be stressed and pressured, and it can be for a season. We do need to be careful with jobs to make sure that it's not a long-term ongoing stress and pressure. Also, sometimes the stress and pressure of a job are the stress and pressure we put on ourselves. So pray also for him to have, see this, the wisdom old owl, you see clearly now, so that he can understand if any of the stress is something he's putting on himself. And I know that sounds weird. I just discovered this week that there's some pressure in my job that I thought was coming from my bosses, but it's not actually coming from my bosses. Some of the expectations that I have that are slightly different to what I think their expectations are. So I'm holding myself to such a perfectionist standard. I'm starting to realize that that's not what my bosses expect of me. Yes, I have to work hard, and yes, I have to be successful, and yes, I have to bring in new clients and all of that. However, sometimes we add extra stress that's not really there, and certainly that's, for me, is true. Bring a gentle touch. So this is important for him to be kind to himself. And when we have a lot going on at work, people at home might need to pick up some extra slack. So when I have to work a bit of long hours, my husband will cook dinner, for example. And look at this. Use your mind wisely. So it's important for him to realize, is this the correct job for him? Is the stress real? My previous job that I only had for 1 year, because before that I had my own business for 21 years. And then I was employed for a year, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible, because I did not gel with the people. The ethos of the place didn't work, and that completely stressed me out in a different way from where I am now. It's difficult, and it's very fast paced, and there's a lot for me to do, but it's a different kind of stress because I feel fulfillment in what I'm doing right now. I feel a sense of community with the people I'm working with. And look at that. Be abundant. The abundant universe will provide for you. And look at that. Sing your own song. So he may need to take some kind of a... if he needs to have some adjustments in his job, he might need to tell them that. Not adjustments as in he's not going to do the job, but is there some processes that he can change or something? Um, but he needs to be true to himself. And look at that. Transformation is beautiful. Know your worth. Be at peace. Sometimes life stings. Yeah. So it's important for him to have time. Be playful and see the bigger picture. It is important for him to have time for himself. And as I said, I had my own business for 21 years, so I worked from home. There was never any delineation between work and home. And then this week, I had been not as productive as I could have been at work. And then on Friday, yesterday, I was working very well, and I said to my husband, I'm going to stay late because I need to catch up on some things that I should have done during the week. And then I kind of half thought about bringing my laptop home and finishing some stuff up at home. And I got this really intuitive feeling of important to keep the delineation between home and work. And it's not always possible. My husband works from home. But for me, just knowing that when I walk out that door, I'm not going to have to bring it home and continue to work at home. So there has to be some kind of way for him to be playful and have some kind of respite and rest, because we can't keep going endlessly. And I know we know this logically, but it's, very important. Even if he's just got one day in the weekend where he can go for a 1 hour walk or something like that. But yes, I think it's you can ask your son's angels and spirit guides, and you can ask your angels and spirit guides to communicate with his angels and spirit guides, but you can speak to his angels and spirit guides directly as well, and just say, I'm concerned about my son. This job is very stressful. Please do whatever you can to make it less so for him. Give him the intuition that he needs to know what boundaries to set with the job. Okay. Lori, thank you so much. Oh, my absolute pleasure. Dealing with a narcissistic mother. Yeah, it's best to give me the details before I do the reading. Let's just give me a bit of context. Sometimes we do have to just do what we can and then not let that person into our energy too much. My mother-in-law is a narcissist, and she I shield myself by sometimes not having too much to do with her. I just have to, otherwise I end up just stressed. Lily Rose, hi, how are you? I haven't sensed my brother Chris around me for a while. He passed on 13 January 2016. Where is he? Does he have a message for me? Thank you. Now, before I start, Lily Rose, I find it difficult to sense my dad. And really the last couple of weeks, I haven't sensed him, but I do feel he's been sending me messages. Even earlier in this reading, I felt I had a message from him. So sometimes they communicate with us in other ways. But I've said to him, Dad, I'm doing all these readings for all these other people. Where are you? Why aren't you coming through for me? So sometimes it's just they communicate in a different way, but also sometimes they want us to live our own lives and not be overly dependent on that communication from them. Also, sometimes it's they change the way that they communicate with us, so we're not always going to sense them. He might send you messages in a different way. Look at that. Freedom is yours. Yeah, sweet results await. He wants you to be free from having to sense him around. Where is he? He's right there with you where he always has been and always will be. Look at that. Let it shine. It's almost as though he wants you to shine your own light. Oh, and look at that. Bring your ideas to life. Oh, take the lead. Yes, he wants you to be a little bit independent of having to sense his presence. It's almost in a way for you to know that he's there without having to sense him. So, for example, faith is when you believe something that you can't see, feel, hear, touch, feel. Yeah, feel. So just understanding that whether or not you sense him, he is always there. Be at home. Look at that. Be at peace. Use your mind wisely. Don't worry if you can't actually sense him. And look at that. Bring a gentle touch. So yeah, he's going to be communicating with you in a more subtle way, and that might be as part of developing your intuition more. It just might be the time is for him to step back a little bit from you. And look at that, the dolphin spirit. This and that can be true. So two things can be true at the same time. You might not sense him as much, but he is still right there. Nothing has changed. And look at that. Know your worth. He really wants you to build your own worth kind of separate from him. And look at that. Trust in divine detours. This is just a season in your communication with him. And look at that at the very bottom of the deck. You are never alone. Watch and wait. Be playful. There he is. You're the other side of the coin to him. He's part of your soul group. Sorry, I'm just going to plug in my laptop now. Yeah. You're never alone. It's kind of like it shows almost a greater trust in him if you believe he's there even though you don't sense him. What's going on? Okay, so that, remember, two things can be true at the same time, and you are never alone. It's kind of like when you have children or a family member, and maybe the parent goes into the next room, and at some stage the child might think, mom and dad don't exist. But at some stage they go, I know they're just next door. I can call them if I want. And so still speak to him, still continue communicating with him. He's right there. It's just, it's just a new phase for you. Melissa, hello. How are you? Thank you for this rainbow. Was hoping for any messages from my grandmother Jean. She passed August 18, 2014. I'm feeling lost and disconnected. Looking for some reassurance or advice. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Melissa. And that's the first card she's bringing up is trust in divine detours. So sometimes life is not straightforward. But look at that. You are never alone. She's always right there with you. She's so close that she's part of you. And look at that. Butterfly. Transformation is beautiful. It's, although you're going through a difficult time, it's just a part of the process, part of transforming. And if you're feeling lost and alone, if you're feeling okay, let me get back to the cards. Miracles are endless. Time to heal. So it might be that you need to do some healing. It might be that you need some medical advice. I'm not saying this is the case. If you do need to talk to somebody, remember there's always, every country's got a helpline, so you don't have to feel that alone. Sometimes we need medical attention. I know when I felt lost and alone sometimes. Also, it might be a time for you to go ahead and start doing a hobby or join a group, or whether it's an online group or a physical in-person group. uh, Sometimes life stings. It's just part of the experience of life. But the reason I started this channel was because I felt lost and alone. And so, yeah, look, understand that part of feeling lost and alone can prompt you to make connection. And look at that. Be generous of spirit. Rebirth is assured. This to me is rebirth of getting back the balance in your life. Ha ha! Look at that. Reclaim your power. Co-create with spirit. Speak to your grandmother, and she will be there. Act as if you were not feeling so lost. And this is a lot to do with, is there anything you can do to help other people? And maybe there's not, but helping others, it can be as simple as making a kind comment on a YouTube creator's video. That is being generous of spirit. And as you do that, you will feel less lost. Oh, bring a gentle touch. This is about looking after yourself and being kind to yourself. And so Jean is with you. She's with you. Shine. Hold your head up high. Flow. Yeah, think about what else could I be doing. And honestly, when I started this channel, I was feeling so lost. Oh, look at that. This is the light of Jean's love for you. And look at this one. This one says ebb and flow. Sometimes we feel much better in certain stages in our life. Sometimes we don't. But there, rest easy. Let your body move. You will once again start to feel that spark of life. It's just really important. Oh, I was saying to you, when I started the channel, I was feeling lost and alone. I didn't have any friends. And I wanted to do something that was a creative outlet. And I thought if one person watched one of my videos and it helped them, I would feel happy. Or if it made them feel entertained, I would feel happy. The other day I got a notification from YouTube that I've had 1.6 million people watching my videos. I could never have imagined that. It's just, a lady with a deck of cards messing around, and then I found that I really had a bit of a skill for this. But it doesn't have to be anything on that scale. It's just, at that time, and even now, I'm challenged to do things for myself. And so I've started, I don't have it right here, but I bought myself a set of beautiful coloured pens because I love colours, and I've been colouring in. And apparently when you do something creative, as in you create something like photographs or knitting or just colouring in some pictures, it changes your brain chemistry, and it's apparently very good for you. So there you go. Look at that. Abundance. You are loved beyond measure. Had a rebirth card before, and this one also says rebirth. Let go of ties that bind. So are there any oh my word, look at this lady. She's got the white feather in her pocket. Oh, I was talking earlier about the white feather in your pocket. So if there are any stories that you're telling yourself about, I'm so lost and alone, yes, you do feel lost and disconnected. And we can't pretend that that's not a real thing. However, every day, just say, Jean, or whatever you used to call her, Granny, Gran, Gigi, whatever, I'm feeling lost and disconnected. Please help me find that reconnection. And look what a beautiful reconnection it is. She's got you. She's always there. She's always with you. But on a practical level, find some way of connecting with people, whether it's being in a community in the comments, or going to church morning tea or something, just some type of human connection. The only way we can feel reconnected is to get reconnected. And I prefer not to be around people, so I know how hard that can be. Melissa, I'm sending you love and prayers, and Jean is watching out for you. All right? Okay. Sci-Fi Gal. Sci-Fi Gal, Laura, I've already read for you. I don't tend to do two in one reading. Yeah, it's not fair to the others if I do two, because I have a limited amount of energy that I can do. Please come back next time and ask that. I'll just pull two cards for you. Magic works through you. Yeah, no, I can't. Sorry, to be fair to the others, I can't do two. Come back next time, please, and do ask that question again. Simply Sally, I'm south of Brisbane. Nice. Lucy, I love your readings. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Simply Sally, so sorry you've received negativity from others. That's really sad. I love your auto writings. I found them really insightful, exactly for the reason that it is reassuring to understand the afterlife. Oh, thank you, Simply Sally. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I also think in life, there is more than enough abundance. We don't really compete with each other. We uplift each other. And if you try, I don't know, creators that bash other creators, I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know why. Pretty cards. Oh, thank you, Susan Crook. These ones here are the, I've got two different decks that I've mixed together. And these ones here were the very first deck of cards that I bought. And that was when I was feeling lost and disconnected, and I bought a deck of cards, and I decided I'm just going to see. I didn't even know what I was doing. And I got a lot of reassurance from the cards. So, and then she had a second deck, which I bought and mixed them together. Chrissy, thank you for all your lovely messages. That's a lovely message. Lovely reading. Amy Redfeather, thank you, Rainbow. My mum was 96 and ready to leave. I'm happy to hear she knew she was ready. I wasn't, but she knew. Oh, yeah, true. And when my dad passed, he was only 69. Different year, 96. Mine was 69. And, yeah, he wasn't, obviously he didn't want to go. But he was ill. He had motor neurons disease. And in the hospice, after he passed, the nurse told me Dad never slept at night. He spent every night in the chapel with the other patients, comforting them and reassuring them that there was nothing to be afraid of. Interesting. Susan Crook, love, love, love the rest card. Yeah, Sci-Fi Gal, sorry, you've asked the question again. I prefer people not to repeat questions because it just takes away the energy. Please come back next week or the week after, whenever I have my next one, and ask the same question. Give me your brother's name as well. Names I connect with very strongly. Okay. Spirit is telling me I need to speed up because I'm starting to feel tired. Maura Lee, hello, hello. I will be turning 70 years old in November. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Thinking of my mom and maternal grandmother and miss them so much. How are they doing? And are they two of my guides? Let's ask them. Let's ask them. Morally. I feel like I'll need another deck of cards, but I've only got these two because I wasn't intending to read in this spot. Okay. They're telling me don't fuss. Sleep, slow down. Definitely are your guides. Look at that. Oh, authenticity. There you are, and there's mum, and there's grandmother. Definitely they are your guides. You can rest easy knowing that we are here always. And isn't it interesting that they're in a nest there, and there's about sleep, and you sleep in a nest? It's almost like, you silly thing. How can you doubt? Oh, we love you so much. This is such a beautiful, beautiful image. Yeah, this sleep card is about rest assured, rest assured. Peace. Open your heart. Again, rest. Rest. Don't worry. Connection. We are all connected. We are all connected. Isn't that beautiful? So that's an absolute, absolute answer. And this is about going through dark times and the light at the end of the tunnel. But what this card is telling me, not only are they your guides right now, but when your time comes, and it's no time soon, but when the time comes, they will be right there as the light at the end of the tunnel. When you see that light, you will know that it's them. Wow. Serenity, be calm. I don't know why there's a lot of peace and sleep and again, rest assured. There you are, and there's your two spirit guides. You've got more than them. They're not your only guides, but they definitely are your guides. Let's see what else. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Yeah. It might look like we're gone, but we're not. Dream the world into being. Yep. They are always with you. Be here now. And that's them. And look, you're kind of the center. You're the hummingbird in this card, and the two flowers, grandmother and mother, nurturing you. Oh, what a beautiful message. Okay. Morally. Oh, thank you very much for your generous super chat. I really appreciate that. Any money I get from YouTube, I give to my son who is very ill and he needs a new wheelchair, and he's going through a very, very difficult time at the moment. So I really appreciate that. M.A.K. Oh, Billy Girl says, thank you. That was brilliant. Oh, that was lovely. Absolutely pleasure. M.A.K. I live on an island in Sitka, Alaska, and it's my business hospitality. I love it, and it feels like next year is going to be good. Can I confirm? Let's see. What do the cards say? Realignment. Feel the ebb and flow of life. Ignite to release your potential. Interesting. This is very marine kind of themes, isn't it? For somebody who's living on an island. Safety. So you are safely held. Yeah. This is you're cared for, but being in hospitality, you care for others. Wow. Let's see. Dream the world into being. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So absolutely, it's wide open. And look at that. Love is all around. People are going to really love your business. And look at that. Sing your own song. Think on your feet. I'm almost getting that there's possibly a new way that you can market what you're doing. It's about this singing the song is very interesting. Very interesting. Letting people know. And look at these, both of these birds have got little crowns on their heads. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, so this is about doing things your way, trusting your intuition, and not worrying too much about what other people are doing. You will attract the right people to your business. But also, and I don't know if this is a social media kind of thing. I mean, I would love to see videos about Alaska. That it could be one way of bringing people into your business. I don't know. That's just me, but yeah. Shine, basically. Love is all around. Yeah, it's genuine affection for people that's gonna bring you even further success. Oh, I'd love to come. What kind of hospitality is it? Is it like a hotel or a restaurant? Ooh, I'd love to come and visit you. No, not anytime soon. Well, my money's going to my son who's unwell, but yeah, I would love to. Amy Redfeather, I adore your channel. Thank you. Ignore the negative person's opinion. Oh, thank you, Amy Redfeather. More so than ignoring them, I'm just praying that they're okay and praying for more success for them, praying that they're successful beyond their wildest imaginings. Lori Mangerie, Sheena. That's awesome. Years ago, I read that John Lennon told his son Julian excuse me, that he would send him a white feather. I don't know if he ever got one, but it shocks me about the white feather. Yeah, isn't that interesting? When I was reading for somebody else, there was that lady with the white feather in her pocket, and I just felt that was my angels going, see, because it was such a specific thing. The meditation that I did, and I'd never done that meditation before. It just came up in my YouTube, and the lady was talking about, your angel is giving you a white feather, and imagine yourself taking it and putting it in your pocket. At the time, I thought this is ridiculous, to be honest. But I'm like, all right. And I don't. When I meditate, I don't visualize. I've got a thing called aphantasia, so I never actually physically visualize like an image. I have an idea, like if you read in a book. I can sometimes hear the quiet reading in my head, but it's more so just an idea. So that was the one of the feather in the pocket. And so that's my angels. I was doing a reading for somebody else, but that's also my angels going, we are all interconnected. They knew that I was going to listen to that meditation before I'd listen to it. They knew that the symbol was going to be a white feather. And then if there was any doubt, the white feather in the pocket, I mean, you can't make it up. And then after all that difficulty I had coming on this morning, and then reading for somebody else, and this comes up, and I have seen this card hundreds of times. I've never, ever, ever noticed the white feather in the pocket. And suddenly when I turned it over earlier, it jumped out at me. So, yeah. Yes, signs come in many forms. Another way that signs come can also be words of songs. Magda to love. Thank you, Rainbow. I appreciate it. My absolute pleasure. Yes, if you can, put a rainbow in your question, and also name and date of the person who's passed. That helps me hone in. I'm going to make you a moderator, Chrissy NZ, because you've been so lovely. I don't know if you want to be a moderator, but you're a great moderator. Not that I think we really need a moderator, but yeah. Okay. Ruth Scanlon. My mum's name is, did you say that? Mauve? Mauve? Maeve, maybe. Maeve. Oh, it's the same one. It's this. I shuffled them and it's the same card that came up with a white feather in the pocket. Oh, and look, there she is, just holding you and loving you. Stillness. In your still quiet time, you will know that I am with you. I'm always with you. I always love you. Let's try this other deck. Oh, I almost don't even need to read anything else. That card. I will always be your mum. Be generous of spirit. That's something that she loves about you, how generous you are. And generous does not necessarily mean giving money. More important than giving money is just giving good energy, smiling at somebody. Yesterday, or it might have been the day before, I was invited to be a guest lecturer at a local tertiary education place. So I was doing a video, and the talk went very, very well. The students were very engaged, and afterwards, the lecturer who had advised me, who's actually quite a good friend of ours, he sent me a message and he went, "Oh, thank you very much. That was the best talk we've ever had. Students, most engaged as students have ever been." I don't know if he was just overstating it to make me feel good, but it did make me feel good, even if I knew that maybe he's just, trying to compliment me. And then he said, "What is that colour jacket you had on? Is it plum or is it mauve?" He said, "Because it looked really good on you. There was a fantastic colour on you." And it was just so sweet of him to, and again, maybe he says that to everybody who guest speaks, but that's the generosity of spirit. Surrender now. Just enjoy where you're at the moment. And this one, the dog spirit, is about being loyal to others, but also keeping loyal people around you. And look at this, the buffalo spirit. I love this one. The abundance of the universe will provide. And again, can be financial, but it can also be, the good energy, the compliment that I had. It was unexpected and was beautiful. Yeah, Chrissy, I've actually answered. I've done a reading for Sci-Fi Gal. Yeah, so any future questions, if people duplicate questions, just feel free to delete them because it distracts the energy. Ruth Scanlon, thank you so much for the beautiful reading. You're spot on. Can't wait to tell my sister tomorrow. Absolutely. Leith MacDonald. Hello. How are you? Would you be able to ask if I can happily retire soon? Thank you. Leith, that is not a question that you should be asking a stranger on the internet. I am a human person and I can make mistakes. So the spirit doesn't make mistakes and the cards don't make mistakes, but my interpretation of them could make mistakes. That is a life decision that only you can make, and you need to make it with the proper financial advice. I will, however, do a general reading for you. You can see clearly now. Weigh up the pros and cons, and be loyal to what you love. So this is about looking after yourself. Be here now. Tend to the small things, be peace. So often when we're making the right decisions, we feel a deep and profound sense of peace. But obviously I would be irresponsible if I said, "Oh yeah, sure, the universe will provide. Chuck in your job." Nah, not quite how that works. You need to make sure that you're provided for and you're going to be comfortable enough. It's thrown me a little bit. Time to heal. Interesting. Let spirit be your guide. Yeah, it's one of those life decisions that, we have free will for a reason. And interesting about happily retire. A lot of people do retire and then they feel like they don't have a purpose in their life anymore. So make sure that you have something that you can do. I mean, we all fantasize about, not having to get up at a certain time and just being able to look after ourselves. But, yeah, make sure there's something else that you can do. Okay. Delaney, hello, how are you? I turned 65 on Thursday and I'm really struggling to come to terms with it. I never imagined age would upset me. I'm sure this is affecting my current well-being. How can I move past this blockage? Okay, well, thank you for being here, Delaney, and thank you for being vulnerable. A whole bunch of cards fell out, so I'm going to see if these are relevant for you. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Make your dreams come true. So what did you think being this age would be? Is there anything else you can do to help you think about that? And look at that, be playful. You're never too old to be playful. And it's important to remember you are never alone. Okay? Now, one of the things that I see in your message, you're talking about a blockage. And we do sometimes feel like we've got a blockage. And so what I find is really helpful is to see where in our body are you feeling it. Is your chest tight? Is your throat tight? Is it a queasy feeling in your tummy? Just let your body be your barometer. And then go, you know what? This is tough. I didn't realize that this was going to be tough. But I acknowledge that I'm finding this tough. And sometimes when you do that and you just acknowledge it, you can feel a lot better. So what I've been doing at work is sometimes I get very anxious and I feel like it's a blockage about certain tasks that I need to do in my job. So what I've started doing, and I don't know if this will help you, I just take a little piece of paper and I write down, I'm feeling anxious. Where do I feel it? I feel it in my throat. It feels like my throat is closing up. I wonder why that is. Isn't that interesting? And then I just put the piece of paper, sometimes I put it underneath my book so I don't have to look at it. Sometimes I put it face up, sometimes I put it face down. But the interesting thing that's happened is that as I'm acknowledging it, and I go, okay, well, it is what it is. That's how I'm feeling. And I take a breath, I feel lighter. It's that bodily sensation seems to dissipate. And sometimes it's going to happen 3 times in a day and sometimes once in the whole week. And so I think it's important to understand it. I'm almost feeling like you're grieving your youth in a way. What is it that you think you might have lost? Look at that. Journey. Your life is a sacred gift. This is part of your journey. But I'm not going to dismiss what you're feeling. And it's important for you not to dismiss it. And I'm almost getting a sense of you're a bit frustrated with yourself. You're feeling, don't be silly. And it's difficult when you talk to other people, like your family or whatever, they might not understand. So if you get negativity from them, don't talk to them about it. Look at that. Bravery. Explore your inner wild places. An opportunity for you to feel brave. And then what can you now do? What activities can you do that make you feel good about yourself? And look at that. Open your door to the divine. So it might be about joining a group or taking up a hobby, painting or something, so that you can celebrate this new part of your life. And look at that. Life is all about a balance. Light and dark. Your future is bright. This is not the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. I don't know if there's something happening in your throat, but there's a very bright, sparkly thing happening in her throat there. And it's almost like you need to give yourself permission to be this current age. And yes, as we age, certain things we can't do as we used to. I have an issue with my knee and I can't go downstairs in the way that I used to. And we just sometimes have to acknowledge it. That's a limitation that I now have. But what can I do? I can still walk. In a few weeks' time, I'm going to be doing a 5-kilometer walk, charity walk. I don't know. 5 kilometers sounds like a very, very long walk to me, but anyway, I've done it twice before, so try and focus on what you can do. And thank you, Delaney, for your honesty and your vulnerability. Chrissy, 65 is a number. I am 65 now. True, but that obviously there's something that's Delaney's feeling around that number. And it could also be, and you can explore this, sort of when you're in meditation or quiet time, what is it about 65 that's concerning me? And it might be that you had an aunt or a granny that passed away at 65, something like that. There might have been something that happened in one of your loved ones' lives when they were 65. And maybe somebody got ill or something. And so it might be, and you might not even know what it is, but it's there and it's real. Okay. Ruth Scanlon, oh, you're so lovely. These readings are great. MAK, that's amazing. Well, yes. So happy I stayed awake for this live session. Oh, thanks, Ruth. Yeah, Delaney, I've never been bothered by a number before, but this has rocked me deeply and I feel like I am drowning. And for you, it's turning 65. For the rest of us listening, it can be some other thing. So for me, it was my mum turning 88. I mean, that was like, oh my goodness. And that feeling like you're drowning, it's really important to return to breathing. And it sounds silly, but breathing does help you calm down. So acknowledge it and go, oh, hi, there's that 65 feeling again. I see you. Take a deep breath, take 3 deep breaths, and just keep practicing that, and it will release something in you. It will. Chrissy, it must be something else, not the fact you turned 65. We'll see what Rainbow has for you. There you go, Chrissy. Did I disappoint? Ruth Scanlon, daughter is thinking of going to Australia after Christmas. It will just be the 2 of us. Oh, interesting. Can't find the darn rainbow on my phone. I've been looking for it in my emojis. But then I'm not great with technology. That's okay, Ruth. You can put a heart or a laughing emoji or anything you want. Haha, Ruth, you found it. There you go. Max Reed Ainsley, thank you. My absolute pleasure, lovely. Oh. Chrissy NZ, I always thank the house when I leave for keeping me safe and dry. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Chrissy. I was asking about Marguerite's name, and Sassy has looked it up. An older alternative Gaelic spelling of Mayreed. It's pronounced roughly as, oh, my red or Maraid. Ah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Sassy. Yeah, Ruth Scanlon was saying, I believe that too. This is about being grateful to your house. My husband and sister's husband always said our home was a happy home. I live there now. Yes, and when we're feeling stuck and frustrated and overwhelmed, it might also be that oh, this is just coming to me. It might be an accumulation of, it can be doubts, it can be energy, it can be negative thoughts, or not even necessarily negative thoughts. It just can be the stuff of life. And so anybody who's feeling like that and stuck, there are tons of videos online about clearing your energy, or you don't even have to do anything dramatic. Okay, just take it a deep breath. I acknowledge and I feel stuck and overwhelmed, and I just am imagining God's light coming down from the sun, coming right through me, right through my body, clearing away anything that's harmful or negative or not from me or not helpful, and it going right out of my feet, right down into the center of the earth. Thank you, spirit, angels, for helping me clear what's not helpful to me from my energy field. That is all you need to do. And so that's another thing that can be helpful as well. Somebody, Sally. Good morning, Rainbow's mum. Yeah, she's gone back to her bed. She's so sweet. She's an angel. Oh, sorry, I have to. Oh, Laurie, thank you so much for the generous super sticker. Thank you. I think we might be near the end because I'm quite tired. Gigi, hello. Oh, let me just make sure I haven't. Hi, Rainbow's mom. Her name is Valerie. She's just. I told her the other day. She's 88. I told her the other day, I need you for a very long time in my life. I might be 56, but I need you to stay. She promised me she would, so. And sadly, her very best friend from childhood, who was also 88, passed away last week, so that was very sad. Gigi, how are you? Your good friend passed February 1, 2023. Let's see. Learn from the past. The whole bunch came out at the same time. You see clearly now. I'm getting very much that she's guiding you. And look at that. Look at that otter spirit. You are never alone. Oh, it's like being two sides of the same coin. She's with you always. Look how she's loving you. The web is all about we're interconnected. We're part of a whole. And look at this turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. That I'm getting very much that's give thanks for our friendship because it continues still. Co-create with spirit. She's always there with you. She's always there with you. And let's just see what she says from this. Realignment. Feel the ebb and flow of life. It's important to make sure you take time to refresh and renew yourself. Oh, beautiful. And look at that. All the gifts in life that she's been sending you, little signs and symbols, but also opening doors, bringing you abundance. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. Sci-Fi Gal, this has been very interesting, all the messages. Oh, thank you very much, Sci-Fi Gal. Very kind words. Leith, Rainbow, it was lovely to hear you chatting to your mum and giving her the attention she deserved. The people around us are so precious. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I do this it's Saturday morning my time, because my family are all late risers. I know that I can spend time with you without taking away from time from them. And my mum lives in the granny flat attached to our house. And just before my dad passed, he said, oh, make sure your mum lives with you. And I said, oh, no, Dad, I don't think we're going to do that. And within 3 months, she was living with us. So there you go. Ruth Scanlon, you're going to hang in till the end. The readings are so interesting. Oh, thank you, Ruth. And that's the thing. The readings can also bring other messages through for us as well. So Lily Rose, thank you so much. I can go to sleep feeling better now. It's 2:21 here in London. Oh, my word. Have a good sleep, Ruth. We need to look after yourself. Ruth Scanlon, wide awake at 2:23 a.m. in Ireland. Well, this week has been an odd week for me because I woke up at 1:23 the other night and couldn't get back to sleep. Then I woke up at 3:33 another night and I couldn't get back to sleep. Yeah. Oh, Ruth Scanlon, you're not alone. We are here for you. Oh, thank you so much, Ruth. You're lovely. Simply Sally, regarding art for relaxing or rewiring the brain, have you heard of neurographic art? I don't know what your neurographic art is, Simply Sally, but is it like where you just doodle and allow things to come through? I don't know that particular term, but I probably know about the type of art. Melissa, thank you. My absolute pleasure. Veronica Leahy. Did my husband take his own life, or was there someone else that did? Ooh. Let me tune back in. It's a very difficult question you're asking there, Veronica. I'd love to know his name. Remember, always a name helps connect me. Veronica. Trust the great mystery. Sometimes not knowing is an answer in itself, and also knowing the answer, would that bring you peace of mind? And look at that, use your mind wisely. Is very much, this is not something that is helpful for you to dwell on. He's very concerned that this is causing you ongoing pain. This and that can be true. If you knew the answer, would it give you the peace that you seek? Yeah, I really, from the energy of this card, I am not getting any indication that he took his own life, nor really that there was somebody else either. So what I'm getting from this card is that it might seem like there was something deliberate that happened, even though it seems like that. That's not the truth. And look at this. Truth transcends illusion. I'm getting what the truth is. It was just his time to go. Definitely not getting any indication that anyone took his life. And this one here, be generous of spirit. This is almost him protecting you and saying, please protect your mind from this. It's almost like a mind virus that's been eating away at you. And look at this one here. Surrender now. This means two things. Surrender the need to know. Knowing's not going to help you either way. But you can trust the message that there was no deliberate actions taking his life. And look at that, time for a beginner mind. So this is about thinking of his death in a different way. Set healthy boundaries. This is about setting healthy boundaries in your mind to let go of this thing. And look, life is a mystery. Isn't that the very first card I pulled? And reclaim your power. Reclaim your, whatever it is that's causing you this terrible distress. Reclaim your power and let it go. Trust the great mystery. Life is a mystery. I can sit here and tell you from the cards I'm getting, he did not take his life, nor did anybody else. If that is not sufficient for you, so you can either take that as truth and claim that, Or if that's not sufficient, it's important to reclaim your power, protect your mind, and be okay with the mystery and the not knowing. So you've got the two options. So Veronica, I'm very sorry that you've had this difficult thing weighing on you, and I just need to. It says I need to give you 3 from this deck, so I will go ahead and do that. Wilderness and freedom. Let go and be. Remember me for how I lived, not for how I died. It's time to free your mind. Nurturance. Restore your balance. Yep. And look at this. Ebb and flow. You will know the answers one day when you meet him in the spirit world. But for now, the greatest gift you can give him is to rest in peace and harmony and just sleep easy. Oh, and look at that. Harmony and perfect balance. It was his time to go. It was his time to go. Wow. And if there was any fractures in your relationship, from his end, that's healed now, and you will know that when you get to the other side. I don't know if there was or if you had a very good relationship. I'm not sure, but I'm just getting a harmonious impression there. I'm sorry you went through that difficult thing, Veronica. Yes, rainbow is tiring. You're quite right. Chrissy, run into the year 65 saying, I made it, look out, future, here I come. I love it. I love it. It's like, hold my beer, if you know the saying. Yeah, that was kind of like my dad. My angels. Oh, yeah, what about my dad when I said, send me dolphins, and he sent me a pot of whales? Yeah. And then the angels, like, send me the white feather, and then I saw on the cover of the book there were 16, and it was like, how many more do you need? Delaney, thank you. It does feel like grief. Much of what I'd visualized doing at 65 I can't due to a significant acquired disability. My life has changed completely over the past decade. Okay, Delaney, that makes sense. And this is a very important message for all of us about grieving the life we thought we would have. Whoa! Someone's at the door. Okay. Hang on. This is important. You going to answer the door? Thank you, Mum. What is it? Or maybe it's a parcel. Did somebody dump a parcel? Oh. That's weird. Wasn't expecting anybody. Might be an ant. Sometimes the ant gets in the wiring and then the doorbell rings. Okay, so what Delaney was saying about having a disability and then life looking different, I've had very similar thing with especially my youngest son. He is 20 years old, he's in a wheelchair. Even when the kids were growing up, it's Michael, the friend I was telling you about that said I looked so lovely in the plum-coloured coat. I can hear him talking to my mum. I might have to go if he comes in.
It's Michael, right?
Okay, does he want to speak to Mark?
June. I don't think it works very well. I don't think he's up yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's up.
Okay.
Hello.
Don't get up for me.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely. You look pretty good there.
Can I take a seat? Shall I go and see if I can
No, don't disturb him. Leave him be. This is just I was driving past, so I wanted to say hello.
Yeah, he's
We'll take a seat
Yeah.
and say hello.
he's been a bit unwell, so
Oh, poor man.
It's lovely of you just to call you.
I had a meeting at the cafe on the corner there,
Oh,
and so I thought, Jingo's, I'm here. I'll just come and see how everyone is. I also want to say thank you to Catherine. She did a great job for us on Thursday.
That's a nice place to have a kiss, ain't it? I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you so much for Thursday.
Oh, pleasure. Your group got a bit chatty after a little while.
Yeah, you know, they warmed up. That's always.
I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to be talking about, so.
No, it went well. It went very well. Yeah.
yeah.
And it was.